Be sure to check out my last two videos, Comic Book Hunting and Wonder Woman Kills Hunting Haul. You guys be safe out there. Peace. What's up, comic book peeps? Welcome to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. And today, man, we're going to be going over another haul from my comic book hunting video. And before we get into that, I just wanted to show you, my complete White Tiger run that I've shown you in previous videos. These David Mack covers are glorious. They're magnificent. They are absolutely beautiful. So before we get into the haul, let's get into our sponsor. And this episode of Direct Edition is brought to you by my fake Darth Maul from China. And you know how we do on this channel. Let's get into some comics. All right, now before we get into some comics, I just wanted to show you, some a little Funko Pop run that I did. I was actually looking for some Funko Pops. I actually came up a little short while I was looking for them because most of the ones that I wanted, I did not run across. But before I babble on, let's just go ahead and look at that footage, okay? You guys ready? All right, let's go. Box too damaged, but I'd love to pick up this one. Wow. Proud. Really cool. Really like the background. No way I'll buy that for my house. Supreme Leader Snoke. Okay, I'm a sexy fingers interrupt your video. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, I went a couple of places looking for some Funko Pops, and I didn't find any, but let's go ahead and let's get into some comics, okay? So I did a little run on What Ifs when I was in between Dave's and in between Second and Charles, and this is What If Hulk had killed Wolverine. You can actually see Hulk and Wolverine's skeleton. This is probably like my second or third copy, but I think it's very cool, and this is a 90s comics. So, I'm definitely going to get this. And the thing about this comic was I thought that, Wolverine came back in the comic, but it ended up being somebody else. So it's pretty cool. So that's my first what if. The second what if I picked up is what if Wolverine had battled Weapon X? And basically, when Wolverine was coming out of the bar that night, when Weapon X had drugged him up and kidnapped him and took him to the Weapon X facility, Wolverine actually fought off the agents and they end up going on their plan B. And this guy who was their plan B, he actually ended up going crazy. And then Wolverine had to go in and kill him. So that is the second what if that I picked up. Very cool. The third what if I picked up is what if Spider Man's parents destroyed his family? And basically, those were clones of his parents, or I'm not sure what they were, but they really weren't his parents. But, they in this what if they end up killing like Mary Jane, and I'm not sure if they end up killing Aunt May. But it's a very cool comic. And when I eBayed it, it actually goes for a good amount, maybe $5 to $10. So very cool, and it's also a newsstand. So definitely had to pick that up. I thought it was pretty cool. So that's the third what if that I picked up. Okay, so now we jump forward a couple years, and this is a what if. This is what if Magneto and Professor X had formed the X-Men together. Pretty cool concept. Definitely love this comic book, and can't wait to read it. So very cool. So that's the fourth one. And here's number five that I'm definitely looking forward to looking into. This is what if the X-Men Deadly Genesis. I basically think that what's going to happen is Vulcan. It's hard not to call Vulcan Emperor Vulcan, but I think this is when Vulcan's team actually survived. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing, but I cannot wait to read this because it looks very, very cool. So this is one, two, three, four, five. This is the fifth what if that I picked up. And number six is what if featuring the Avengers Disassemble. And I definitely can't wait to read this because I did read the Avengers Disassemble story, and I thought it was pretty cool how Scarlet Witch actually went crazy and made Iron Man look like he was drunk on national TV and all that kind of stuff. So very cool. Definitely glad to have this. And this is your sixth what if. And I got one more for you, and we're done. Now this is your last what if that I picked up. This is what if Doctor Doom had became Thing. And I did skim through this, and the crazy thing about it is I think Ben Grimm actually became the Incredible Hulk in this one. So pretty weird story. I always like my what if stories. They always hit me, from the left, and they always go like very weird. So, but anyway, definitely glad to have this in my collection. And I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start going after some of the older what ifs because what ifs have been around for a minute. They've been around since like the 70s. So I definitely want to pick up some of the earlier ones. These newer ones, yeah. But I definitely want to pick up some old school, crusty, dusty what ifs. So there you have it. Now, if you were to ask me what's my favorite modern X-Men or Uncanny X-Men cover, this one is very close to a lot of your Greg Land covers because I really love Greg Land covers. And this is Uncanny X-Men. I can't even see what number it is. Let me see what number it is. It don't even say it on there. Yeah, it does. Number 518. And the reason why this one is so cool because look at all those Emma Frost. Terry Dotson them. They outdid themselves on this. And one of my favorite Emma Frost um, projections is this one. If you allow my sexy fingers. I really love how she's leaning to the side with that sword. But I counted, I think 8 of them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 10 of them. Dang. So it's about 9 or 10 of them, but very cool. Definitely love this cover. I put this cover up against, most of your covers, and the reason why I love this so much because I'm an artist and I know this was very hard to draw, and it took some time to draw it, but very cool. And the story actually is very cool too. So I promised you on my community support video, or the video that I call your videos, that I was going to show you some of my Secret Invasion covers, and most of them are cover swipes. But this Secret Invasion X-Men is pretty cool because it's actually a connecting cover. So this is cover number 1 with X-23, Emma Frost, and then you have the I guess Skrull, Wolverine, Cyclops, and you have another Skrull in the back. I'm not sure who powers he has, but it looks like he has like the arm of Colossus or something. But this is number 1. This is number 2 of the connecting cover with Nightcrawler, Pixie, Cyclops versus Skrull that has the Thing arm. Connecting cover. And this is number 3 of the connecting cover with Dazzler. Who else is that? It's just Dazzler and Colossus. But very cool. This is Terry Dodson. And your last piece of the puzzle is number 4 with my boy Wolverine. And you got Magma. You also have Iceman and Beast in the background. I just noticed Beast is in the background. So this is your full connecting cover run. A complete run. 4 of 4 I found. And I am so happy to have this, man. This is so cool. It's like a big poster. All right. Let's get into some more comics. Look at this Secret Invasion cover here. Black Panther Secret Invasion number 41. And this might be a cover swipe from a Black Panther. Matter of fact, it is a cover swipe from the Black Panther. I just don't have the Black Panther comic book to show you where it's a cover swipe from. But this is absolutely freaking gorgeous, man. Definitely love this cover. It might be my second copy. I'm not sure. But definitely love this book. Very cool. Now, this is the one that set it off for me. This is Secret Invasion, The Mighty Avengers, number 16. And we all know what that's a cover swipe from. That's a cover swipe from the first appearance of Elektra. And I absolutely flipped when I saw this book. Every time I see this book, I think I'm going to pick it up because I definitely want the first appearance of Elektra to go with this book. I absolutely love this book because of the cover. And I think this cover swipe was brilliantly done. And yeah, very cool, man. So I know I showed this cover swipe probably like a couple of videos back. And this is the Secret Invasion, the initiative number 15. And I promise you that I will bring you the book that goes with it. And here's one half of the book that actually goes with it, the Avengers Initiative number 1. I think this is one cover, and I think it has another cover that swipes around to the other characters like Black Widow and stuff like that. But it's very cool. I'm very glad to have both of these in my collection. Like I told you, man, I think I'm going to start going for the Secret Invasions because I definitely love how they cover swipe. So, very cool. And while we're at it on the New Avengers, I'm definitely going to give you this New Avengers number 2. This is a David Finch cover. I was very surprised to find this book only for like $1. I would think that New Avengers number 1 and New Avengers number 2 would be pretty pricey. I do know the Century ones are, and definitely the first appearance of Ronan and all that kind of stuff. They're pretty expensive, but yeah, definitely glad to start chipping away at my New Avengers run because it's very spotty, and I have to plug in those holes and plug in those gaps in my collection. But I thought this is a pretty cool book, so there you have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and break tradition. I'm going to give you a main event early. And the reason why I brought out my White Tiger run is because of this book. This New Avengers number 39. This is a David Mack cover. And it is absolutely gorgeous, man. You have Echo on the front, who actually is Ronan. And if you look at the background, you have Wolverine. And I definitely think this is main event status. This book does go for a good amount on eBay. And I definitely didn't want to keep waiting the whole video to show you guys this because your main events are going to knock your socks off. But very cool. Definitely glad to have these in my collection. Well, this in my collection and my White Tigers. And David Mack is a beast, man. Very cool, man. Man, if you want to know a beautiful cover, this is definitely a beautiful cover. This is the Amazing Spider-Man. I already showed this to you because I got this on my Daytona Beach haul video, which is one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, period, because I actually took you behind the scenes of different hauls. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't take you inside the stores. But next time I take a vacation, I will take you inside the stores. But I was showing you this to show you this. That I just scored another beautiful copy. My first copy only ended up, I paid $1. The second copy I ended up paying like $2, which is still fine because this is one of my favorite covers, Mary Jane covers. Definitely have to get the Artgerm Deadpool one. But in the meantime, definitely love this cover, and I'm glad to see that it's still cheap. And now that I'm looking at it, it might be a second printing. One of them might be a second printing because one is blue and one is red. Yeah, the one I got on my vacation haul is actually the second printing. The red one is actually the first printing. So definitely, glad to have both the first and second printing. And like I said, man, this cover is absolutely beautiful, man. All right, let's get into some more comics. And for you Deathstroke the Terminator fans, I actually picked up this copy. This is Deathstroke the Terminator number 11. This is from June, it looks like it says 1993, June 1992. And this says Special Love and Bullets issue. Definitely glad to have some Deathstrokes in my collection. And not only did I pick up one copy, but as my boy Gomez was saying, that had me cracking up, and another, I picked up another copy. I don't know why I picked up two copies. I thought maybe, this book was going for something online, but it's actually not. But I'm still glad to have both copies in my collection. And so we're at the part of the video where you ask me, hey, Fred Hall Direct Edition, what are you reading right now? And I know I always read this book like so much. I know it's littered in at least 3 of my videos, but I'm reading this again. This is X-Force Cable Messiah War. And it's a very cool book. I definitely love this when they sent X-Force into the future to save Cable and Hope. And they actually are in the age of strife. Deadpool is actually really dead. Deadpool in this book. They say he smells because he's been alive so long. And yeah, so here's a cool look at the front of the book. And here's a cool look at the back of the book. This book actually showcases how powerful Strife and Apocalypse are. And definitely, man, I love this book because I love Cable. I love Strife. I love Apocalypse. I definitely love X-Force. And I definitely love Deadpool. And to put them all together and have them in the age of strife with my boy Clayton Crane and Ariel Olivetti drawing, man, you can't beat this. Man, this is one of my favorite X-Men book of all time. So here's a cool look at the back of the book. All right, you know what we're going to do right now. Let's get into your main events. You ready? All right, let's go. Because I'm going to give you a lot of main events. I'm going to probably give you 4 to 5 main events. Matter of fact, I'll just give you 5 main events. So let's do this. For your first main event, I was very shocked to find this book for $1. Is Deadpool Secret Wars. And this is the book where, Deadpool basically explains that, he got the black costume first. And they rewrote or retconned the first Secret War. And anything Deadpool or Harley Quinn, you're not going to find for $1. So if you find it for $1, it's your best bet to jump all over it. And when I saw it for $1, I definitely jumped all over it. And it's very cool how he has the heads mounted on the wall. And Deadpool is a very cool character. So definitely glad to have this in my collection, man. And hopefully I can find more of them. And that's your first main event. Main event number 1. Your next main event is Jean Grey. This is a Venomized variant. And when I saw this, I actually picked up 2 copies. But I had to put one back for the sake of I found some more stuff that was absolutely beautiful. But as soon as I picked up this book, I said, I called Comic Book Window and I said, hey, man, I got something for you because I know he's a huge Jean Grey fan. And the more I talked to him about the book, the more I kind of regretted to give him the book. But I can always go back and get a second copy. So, and man, this book is, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. Just wow. Just look at this cover. I've seen a lot of Venomized variants, but this one is kind of slept on. And this is definitely not going in my collection. This is definitely going straight in comic book window collection that I have down here in the dungeon. So this is what, your second main event? Your third main event is going to be Harley Quinn's Little Black Book number 4. And the reason why this is a main event is because I definitely love this book. I wanted 2 copies, but when I actually eBayed it, you know, when I was purchasing it, I realized that it goes for quite a bit. This is a $5 to $10 book. And, you know, when you're in certain comic book shops, they don't like you to buy doubles because they think you're going to eBay them. So I got this at a steal for, you know, $1. So I just left the other copy there. And definitely glad to have this in my collection because this is when Bombshell Harley Quinn meets regular New 52 Harley Quinn. And, you know, you definitely know that this channel wouldn't be direct edition unless if I bought you some kind of Harley Quinn in every haul. So there you have it. So not only did I get number 4, but I picked up Harley Quinn's Little Black Book number 2. And this would be your 4th main event. But I'm not going to cheap you on your main events and say that this is number 5. But I picked up 2 copies of number 2. And the reason why I did that is because I just absolutely love this cover. And when I'm in Second and Charles, I could buy as many as I want. And the cool thing about this is Green Lantern's ring is actually forming into a fly swatter. And Harley Quinn's Red Lantern ring is actually pinching his butt. So I thought it was pretty funny and pretty cool. So I definitely wanted to pick up 2 copies. And yeah, let's get into your 5th main event. And this is your last main event. This is Down to Earth Part 1 Wonder Woman number 196 from November 2003. This is an Adam Hughes cover. And I've been picking up a lot of Adam Hughes lately. It's just that I'm backed up on doing my hauls, so you're going to see, you know, at least one more Adam Hughes, your next video and your next main event. But definitely love this cover, man. I think this cover is absolutely freaking beautiful, man. Out of all the Adam Hughes books that I've seen people show off, I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen this in anybody's video, but that doesn't mean that you guys haven't shown it. But I'm definitely glad to have this in my collection. I've never seen it before. And when I saw it, I knew I definitely had to have it. And I'm probably going to get a second copy of this because Adam Hughes actually drew Wonder Woman so gorgeous. I mean, it's up there with my Zatanna one. And I love that Zatanna one. And there you have it. That's your 5th main event. All right. And so, once again, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. Remember, words of wisdom. Focus on the ones that show you love. On the ones that don't show you love, don't worry about it. Keep on moving. You guys be safe out there, and I will catch you girls and guys later. Peace.